Good morning. So Tom messaged me and let me know that the mulch shall be delivered around 10:30. And exciting. I am looking forward to seeing this. This is supposed to be like 10 times what we got the first time. And that means an entire driveway full of mulch and compost material, which is exciting. He got that for free. Y'all, you gotta look around, see what resources you've got available to you, because you don't know, you don't have to pay for everything, between bartering and people getting rid of things they don't need and you getting rid of what you don't need. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And when a tree falls in a forest, the tree's still fallen and you can just chop it up and go to chip. There's some sort of service apparently where they chip up the tree so that it doesn't go and sit in a big landfill, and it's a huge discount and less trash to try to decompose. So I'm gonna get my practice on. It's a beautiful day. The ninja wanted me to film the wood chips being dropped off. Inside, honey. Go inside, buddy. Buddy's all excited because when someone pulls up to the door, he's a watchdoggy. So we're going to take a film of this. Check this out. Well, this is what we get. This is what we call finding the golden mountain of compost material and mulching material, and this is like a true gift. The ninja really manifested this. Is beautiful. So we're gonna call this the golden pile. Wow, Jeff, thank you very much. I hope we can park our car next to it. As long as you're not getting out on the one side, right? This is what we got left with the parking. Thank you very much, Jeff. You have a great day. You too. Well, once again, you got to check out the driveway. Look at this. This is how much it took up in our driveway. That's a lot. Alright,
check this out, honey. I've been getting a bunch of cardboard, right? So I got this family just moved. And so I got a whole bunch of moving boxes. Show them at that little area that we have left. So, and then plus we have the whole backyard. So I'm gonna be collecting boxes probably until I die, which is gonna be 169. So I have that, and then look what I found. I got this for free. I went to go get a toolbox, right? And the toolbox was already taken for free. And this was an older couple that was having like a Bible study, and they had a bunch of older people come over to the house. And I think that they were moving or something. And so they had this, which I didn't even go there for. And you know the love that I can put into this? And we've been looking for something like this, right?
Oh, I saw that.
We can recuperate all of this. I mean, I can pressure wash it, paint it, whatever we want to do. And we need like 2 or 3 of these. So this was free. And these go brand new for like 120 bucks. So we'll put a little love on that. And then
Buddy's got a tree.
I'm not sure if we'll use this, but I see these all the time on Facebook Marketplace. And they go for $30, $40. Plus it has this little container. So we can pressure wash it, we could doll it all up, we could put a little Buddy thing. So this could be for Buddy.
That's actually pretty clean, huh?
Or I can flip it on Facebook, right? Isn't that awesome? And then look at the Laurel Oak mulch. Look at all this mulch. And look how beautiful this mulch is. I knew it. So get a little what action on here. This is a Laurel Oak tree, and you want the twigs, the branches, and the hard wood all in there, because what it will do is when you put it on the cardboard, you put 6 to 8 inches, which seems like a lot, and after a few months it just breaks down and it gets real spongy, and then it breaks down the cardboard and it feeds the soil. So that sugary, sandy Florida soil, it will make it into a black gold. Then we can start doing the permaculture plants, whatever we want, you know? We're not planting anything that doesn't feed us and our neighborhood and all of the people around here, right? Nothing. And then we can put the fakahachi grass, we can put the Mexican sunflower up here, so then you chop and drop and then you put them around our fruit trees. So this is amazing. This is 10 cubic yards, and we're probably gonna need 2 more of these for the what behind the what love shack. So this is what we got going on. I'm actually gonna need to flip into the car and go find some new goodies, but that's what we're doing. What is it, Saturday, hon? Boom, Saturday. What? Love you all. Boom!
So I just want to share something funny. I thought it was adorable. Our ninja ran out because he's going to get some water and he's doing some more running around. You know, he's really good at finding goodies around the neighborhood, marketplace. You'd be surprised. Free is not always a bad thing, people. And, you know, suck up your pride, because this world has gotten so overpriced and we undervalue ourselves. But anyway, onto this. This is hilarious because I came into the bathroom and I looked in the sink and I was like, I think our ninja forgot something. What do you think? You think there's some nanners missing in his, I'm guessing those were going to be snacks on his trip out. And I hope he grabbed some from the kitchen at least. But this is what happens when we get busy. We sometimes forget, and sometimes we forget where we put things too. So before I go on a trip, I like to strip my bed down and do the laundry. So this is what I have to do. I have to put it in the washing machine and wash it so I have fresh linens when I get back. I want to know, who else does this? Am I the only one who is a little bit like, well, I'll say organized, because the thing is I like to have all of my stuff prepared so that when I leave the house, all I have to do is come home to a fresh bed and just dump my suitcase in the laundry, if I didn't already do it while I was gone, and do laundry when I return, as opposed to cleaning house or having to worry about if my bed is comfortable and fresh and clean. And this way, and these are all my yoga bolsters. Dad was calling me in the middle of that video. I'll call him right back. So basically, I strip the bed down, I put everything in the laundry, I freshly make the bed before I leave, and when I come home, I have a fresh bed to sleep in. Yeah. Voila. So I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, there's a surprise. Anyway, I have whipped up some coconut milk, fresh from the coconut meat. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the coffee kombucha that I made, and I'm going to surprise. I know the ninja wants to try this. Well, I haven't tried coconut milk from scratch and done this with the coffee kombucha. I bought some stuff. But what I'm actually going to do is pour some of this lovely brew. And then we're going to put some of the coconut milk in there and see how it tastes. I put vanilla in, so it's got a nice vanilla flavor. Ooh, how pretty. It's like a coconut mocha. Or coconut coffee kombucha. Kind of mocha-like. Little froth on top. Isn't that beautiful? More like a latte. Coconut milk latte. Kombucha style. Ooh! Yeah. Honey! Let's come try. I'm gonna put a little drop, a little bit more vanilla. So before I have you try this, I made up some coconut milk.
Yummy. Plantain coconut milk?
Nope, just coconut milk and coffee kombucha.
Wow.
I just put a little bit more vanilla.
That's really, really good. It's yummy.
Okay.
Yeah? Are you gonna drink all that or would you bottle that?
No, I would. This is fresh made. In this case, because this is so fresh, I would use it up. Like.
Oh,
in the
you
next
no
couple
bottle
days.
it, right?
No.
Or,
No. It's not gonna last more than a few days.
I mean, look at that froth. Look at the frothy froth on that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, look at it. It's all like, it's alive. Good job, honey.
I love you very much. Enjoy. What a mood. See what the ninja's up to out here.
Huh? Oh.
He is shoveling and putting down that compost mulch specifically because it's going to, what did you say, honey? Let you narrate.
This is the Laurel Oak mulch from a tree around the neighborhood. We got 10 acres, 10 cubic yards, I believe, and we're slate mulching. So we're gonna put this on the cardboard and it's gonna mulch it, mulch it, mulch it, mulch it, and make black gold. Black gold underneath there, y'all. And then I got the wood beams here. And then this is gonna be our entryway with some rad ninja stepping stones all the way to our maybe watermelon mailbox. We don't know yet.
Oh, it's a surprise.
But we got a really cool sparkly purple mailbox, which is cool.
And let me tell you, if you can hear the thunder.
Thundercats. Oh!
We're getting the rain. It's starting to drop down. But I wanted to get you a quick sneak peek before this all becomes
real close mulch.
Great territory
What actually?
and the food utopia forest. So it's raining outside and it's really soaking up that mulch and that cardboard. And I'm making up smoothies for my ninja because when I leave, I know that he's going to need some nourishment. So this is plantains and strawberry and a bunch of herbs. And you know what we like to do? We pour it in there just for you. Looky, looky. Yummy. Nice and thick. He's gonna love that. Bunch of smoothies in the fridge. That's love, baby. Cheers to you. Alright, I'm doing a review on the Tencel sheet set for king size that I bought through Nest Bedding.
and unfortunately I'm not as happy with it, but I want to show you the reasons why so that you yourself can decide. My mattress is pretty big, so deep pockets was a concern when I first purchased this, but they're deeper than I expected, so probably too deep in my opinion, but at least for my bed. So everybody's bed's going to be different. So here's what happened. First off, it's actually deeper than I need it to be, so that when I put it on my bed, I find it ends up wrinkling up and I'm constantly having to readjust it, tighten it down, but it's almost too big for the bed, honestly. But I want you to see this for yourself. My puppy dog is under my feet. I do my best to pull it down tight around the mattress, and it still has a lot of extra give in the material. Too much give, unfortunately. So one thing I found for myself, as soft and silky as these are, they really are nice to touch. That is some of the best qualities, is that it is cool, it is soft, it does feel good. But I don't know if anybody else has ever had this trouble, but when I wake up in the morning, I have wrinkles all over my body from the extra material. And then we have, now this, I've washed it only probably twice, because I didn't start using it until maybe this February or March of this year, although I received it in December. One of my complaints is you cannot seem to iron this straight because it wasn't sewn properly. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a disparity in the line along the sheet, the flat sheet, that when you pull it, it does this. It should be straight, and it should look like this. But for whatever reason, when you get to the middle, or about a third of the way in, it ends up it's offset. Somehow it wasn't sewn properly. So it doesn't flatten, and it doesn't matter how much, doesn't seem to matter how much I've tried to iron it. See this here, this extra material? It's not quite right. It's offset. Then on the sides, same thing on the seams on the side, unfortunately. And I contacted them directly, and unfortunately they told me because it wasn't within the time frame of the purchase time, they wouldn't return, they wouldn't allow the return. And so I really wanted to get this on video. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's not straight, it gathers, offset. So again, I go to put it on the bed, and it is extra long. So it will come down on the sides a lot more than your normal king sheet, which most of us like a little bit of extra for the flat sheet as well, so that we're not feeling like we are at the end on one side or on the end on the other. This is my personal belief, is I like a little extra. But again, my biggest concern was when I went to go fold it over, I noticed that flat sheet wasn't flat. Oh, come on. So this is really a preference as far as size, if you like it extra sized. And if you have a deeper mattress than I do, I think my mattress is, goodness gracious, maybe 20 inches deep. It's pretty deep. But unfortunately, like I said, the biggest disparity I found was in the sewing of the flat sheet, the excessively oversized fitted sheet, and that when I fold it over on my other blanket, it just doesn't look right because I can't get that seam properly ironed and pressed. As for the pillowcases, now these are king size pillows, and here's what happens when you put these on. You have oversized. Most people Wouldn't mind a little oversized, but look at this again. These aren't even sewn properly. It pulls, and I always follow the manufacturer's suggested how you're supposed to wash it, because I am very much about taking care of everything that I own. So it specifically says here, machine wash warm, which I did. Do not use bleach, which I never use bleach. Tumble dry low, always. Iron medium. And I even use a steamer, so it's a little bit lighter, so it should come out easier. And not to dry clean it, because then we're talking chemicals, which I personally do not like to use a lot of chemicals. I use as much natural as I can. Now, it's 100% Tencel lyocell, which is some copyrighted or trademarked patent, I'm sure. But here's what happens with my king size sheet of pillows. Look how long this is. So here's the length of the pillowcase. My pillow itself fills that much. And so you've got this extra on top. And then on top of which, like I said, it just doesn't seem, it's not sewn properly. So I was a bit disappointed, and I'm just gonna say, do your own due diligence. If you buy something like this, double check it and contact them immediately. Don't wait too much beyond the so-called return policy, because they're not always going to be as forgiving. But I'm hoping that this review will make them reconsider it, and you too. So have an amazing day, and let me know in the comments if this helped you out in your decision of whether or not you would buy the Tencel, and I believe it's Moven, M-O-V-E-N, is the brand. This is a king size. You can clearly see the disparity that when I pull, it creates this. And it doesn't smooth out, unfortunately. So just to get a better up close and personal, and again, the pillowcases, unfortunately, are much bigger than the pillow. All right, y'all, I just made a review of this Tencel sheet set that I had bought for this king size bed back in December. I've only washed it twice, but from the first time I washed it, it just wasn't right. These flat sheet here doesn't iron properly, so that whoever sewed it off. The pillowcases are extra huge on it, like this much off of it. On top of that, the fitted sheet is extra sized, and this is a deep mattress. So we talk about getting extra deep pockets, but unfortunately this is a little bit too much. And when I wake up in the morning, I found that with sleeping in this bed, I not only had wrinkles on my face from the pillowcase getting all bunched up, but on my body, and and I'm pretty good about smoothing out the sheets, but it is silky to touch and it feels really nice. But there's the positives and the negatives. You gotta kind of have a balance in between them. I thought I would like it better. I had purchased before one for the queen size bed, and I thought, well, maybe this king would be different. To be totally honest with you, again, they're definitely bigger. So if you do decide to purchase one of these, I'm just saying, just make sure you contact the manufacturer sooner than later, because return policies, if they don't honor them, they won't honor them after a certain time frame. So that's my bed review. But I love this mattress so far. This is a 25-year guarantee on Brentwood Homes, and I'm very happy with it so far. I really like my yoga bolsters. Those are the best. So I'll throw an affiliate link if you want it in the comments later. But otherwise, I hope you make good bedding choices. We're back in the kitchen. I'm eating some broccoli. I'm brewing kombucha. I made up a whole bunch of smoothies for the ninja. I've been busy. Perfect bites. So good for you, so healthy. Broccoli, years ago, when I was big into running, and I was spinning and doing just everything to strengthen and lengthen between stretching and weightlifting, somewhere along the line I learned and read an article that said to remove belly fat, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, lightly steamed, are perfect to remove the belly fat. So if you're somebody who has abdominals but you feel like, oh my gosh, I still have this little poochy thing going on, I found that adding vegetables like broccoli helped clean that up. That's my personal experience. Do your own test, do your own research. It can't hurt to try it and see if that works for you. Eat some broccoli. Get your greens on. Yummy, yum. So as an eventful day would have it, get a little crystal clear on. I love these resonant essences. They're energetic room and aura sprays, and you can always spray them to intention and uplift your environment as well as yourself. So some of the things that I was kind of reflecting on, because today I've been trying to get things organized, refreshing the covers and the sheets, and doing laundry and cleaning and dusting and letting the rain fall, cleansing around the home, the house, watching the ninja do his magic outside with his permaculture. It's so exciting to see it unfold. I hadn't done a video, but it appears we have a new couple panels of fencing that gives a nice backdrop in our back corner. So maybe we'll take a quick shot of that tomorrow if I get around to it. But beyond that, tonight with my reflections, I was really kind of sitting about how important it is to recognize whatever it is you wish in your life to experience, or maybe what you want your partner or your friends or your family members to do for you. The golden rule always rings true. If you want someone to be patient, compassionate, supportive, uplifting, or loving towards you, you have to work on yourself first. You have to work on cultivating that within yourself and also extending that out to those same people. It's really easy to say, you need to treat me a certain way, or you need to be a certain way toward me. But question, if you demand it, the question internally needs to be, are you demonstrating it for yourself first? Because you can't demand anything of anybody else that you yourself are not living up to. Expectations, attachments to those ideas that somebody needs to be a certain way towards you are quick ways to get let down. Our biggest form of suffering is that holding on for dear life, that someone's going to show up to us the way we want them to, instead of recognizing how maybe we're not showing up to ourselves first the way we want those others to show up to us. So everything starts with self first, show up for you first, and then you can actually see how you can show up for others in the same way. Because if you're unable to or unwilling to extend that olive branch, that open hand, the receptivity to another, first to yourself, then you're going to find it very difficult to receive it. Because to give, to get, to give, it's all this fluid dance of life. And we all want to dance with one another. So, if you at first will lead, extend, and appreciate others, then you will find eventually you will succeed. But practice. Practice patience, compassion, understanding, and the willingness to be open and receptive to receiving that which
you want from others, from yourself first. Maybe that's a little deep. But I promise you, the more you're compassionate and loving towards yourself, others will show up to you that way. But you have to do your own work first. It's taken me years, and every once in a while I'm still dinging myself going, ugh, if I'm not receiving it, then I must not be demonstrating it. Or maybe I also need to go back in and ask what it is I am holding back from myself that others may not be showing up. So again, love begets love. Many blessings and sweet dreams, and to all a good night.